guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I have put together a lip blush pre-draw video for you, and this is something new because today I decided to try out the Candy Floss mapping string from Chez Daniel, which I've never used before. I do use mapping string when I'm mapping out the brows, but I've never used it for the lips. So you can see here I'm putting it nice and tight to make sure I get really nice straight lines, and it's quite light in colour, so it's not super visible on the skin, but just enough that you can see it. And I did find that it helped me before I used my concealer. So I made my first markings in the middle of the lip and the Cupid's bow, and I'm just using it now to follow around the outside of the vermilion border and really help to create my new contour and shape for the lips. It did feel a little bit funny to use on the lips as it was my first time and I hadn't practiced, but I think when you get used to having the thread around your fingers and just using it across the soft lip tissue, it starts to feel a little bit more natural, and it was quite nice to use. I found that it helped just kind of create them nice sharp lines. You can see here, pulling it straight, you just get that really nice sharp edge on the border of the lip, which I thought was quite a nice little touch before I go in with my concealer. So I'm now going in again. This was actually a new brush that I just received, so I started to use, and already you can see that line is so crisp. It's a really nice thin tightly packed brush, so I really enjoyed using it. It's a brush from MAC, I believe it's brush 212. So here I'm just using the brush to create that nice sharp Cupid's bow. What's quite nice is that where the edge is really crisp, you can just make kind of the indentations on the lip without actually having to move the brush. And now I'm just smoothing it across the top of the Cupid's bow, creating a nice soft edge. You can see it a little bit closer there. I really only used a very small amount of concealer on this brush, and it just gave a really nice sharp edge. So I'm just following now my Candy Floss pink outline, and it was quite nice because it just made the vermilion border a little bit clearer to see in comparison to the light concealer where the skin is very light in that area, so the pink just breaks it up a little bit, which was really nice. This side was a little bit tricky because my camera was kind of right in the way, so towards the end when I finished filming I did have to just sit my client up, have a good look and tidy up both sides, making sure that they were both symmetrical as well, because it was a little bit tricky to get behind the camera here. Now you can see this brush, where that edge is so straight and the bristles are so tightly compact, it really creates such a nice flat straight line with minimal effort. It was literally so easy to use and just made my pre-draw so much quicker. It's the Buff Brows concealer palette that I'm using here. And I'm just following it along. I like to keep the middle of the bottom lip nice and flat, and then I just slowly bring it up towards the corner. Again, this side was a little bit tricky to get to, so just have to go in at the end and perfect these sides. It's always good to sit your client up at the end to make sure everything's symmetrical. And then here you can see the finished result, and I've just put a little bit of numbing cream on. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Please like and subscribe if you'd like to see some more.